Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and today I got a special one for you. We are going to be taking a look at the Lemax Wild Pumpkins Ride. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Wild Pumpkin Ride, this thing is so cool, and it was actually a flea market find as well. I paid roughly about $10 or so for it, and it's pretty much perfect. It's got a small little flaw, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but nonetheless, for 10 bucks, I would have been crazy not to take it. So let's dive into some of the facts here. It was released in 2009, and the SKU number is 94958. Dimensions, we have 9.45 inches high, 12.20 inches wide, and 12.20 inches deep. This thing is gigantic, and you're gonna need the space in your village to make it work. Product type, sights and sounds, and it's made of, in my opinion, kind of like a poly resin, I believe. It wasn't listed on the website, but I think it's probably a poly resin. Let's talk power. We have 4.5 volts DC, and the draw is 560 milliamps, so by no means will you ever want to use one of those multi-adapters. That is the fastest way to break it. Okay, the adapter is included as well, and there is a switch that is a standard power volume roll switch that we're all used to. And let's talk price. So the original price is somewhere around $90-ish. It's $119 in Canada, so I'm thinking it's about $90-ish, maybe $100, something like that. If you know, leave it in the comments below. But today's price is crazy, so prepare yourself and sit down. It is going for between, currently at the time of filming this video, between $250 and $500. So please be really careful. I know this one is loved, but this one has a price tag. Now, the joys of the flea market, though, I paid about $10, and I want to cover a little bit about that right now. So like I've told you guys in a lot of other videos, I love to shop at some of my local Goodwills, Savers, and especially my favorite place, the flea market, because you never know what you're gonna find when it comes to villaging. I have found so many houses for $5, $10, and they are perfect, and I've had them forever, and I love them, and it's just a great place. However, on this one, there is a small flaw. If you have this piece or you're familiar with it, you know that it comes with 5 characters riding in the pumpkins. However, like many of these, this one here is plagued with that infamous 5th character, like, stoppage for whatever reason. There's like this thing about when you go past that 4 mark, they start to, like, you know, jerk and not work properly and freeze. It's definitely something that could be adjusted, and maybe we'll do a repair video on that at some point, but it has plagued these for years. I don't know exactly why. We will definitely open it up at one of these points and find out. But again, for 10 bucks, I would have been crazy not to take it. So with that said, you will notice during this video that sometimes there will be 3 characters and sometimes there will be 4, because I was testing it to see, and it worked just fine with up to 4 characters. But that infamous 5th one, it didn't matter which character I use. It caused too much tension or something. But again, that's a story for another day. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video, that I was kind of testing it throughout the video just for my own knowledge for future videos. But it does work fine with the 4. So we're going to go ahead and get started. That covers all the facts. So the first thing you want to do is the setup. This is really quite simple. When you open up your box, there's going to be a little lid which holds all the characters and your power supply, and you're going to take them and just place them around the magnets. I don't know if there's like little guides or marks. For me, I just kind of feel around. It's how I've been doing it for years. You'll feel it when the magnet connects, and you're good to go. It doesn't matter the order in which they go, because realistically, it's going to look good no matter which order the characters are in. So that's totally up to you for your own creativity. Okay, so now that we've got it all set up, let's go ahead and make our way to the top and work our way down. The first thing you're going to notice is this beautiful sign with these awesome giant pumpkins on each side that light up. Thank God. I love that. It really brings that sign in, just that tall, big length. Everything is gigantic on this. It just brings it to life. You're even going to see some vines and things like that, and some really awesome, like, wood looking work. Of course, it's not wood, but it's carved to look like that, and it just brings the sign to life. As we work our way towards the middle, you're going to notice some really cool trees with pumpkins that are like flashing at different times, and it just adds that element of, you know, fairgrounds or carnival, I guess would be the proper term. Like, it's just a really awesome ride, and having those lights flicker really just add that element of spice for me, and I think it brings kind of that carnival theme really to life. And okay, so as we work our way down towards the bottom is the highlight, of course, of the show. It's all of our characters going around having a blast, and having that mirror in the back makes it look like there's a lot more than there really is. And that's cool little bang for your buck right there, because it kind of makes it feel way bigger than it already is. And it's huge to begin with. So it's really cool. The track's awesome. I like the way that they go around in this like kind of figure eight thing that crosses. It's a real cool dynamic, and the characters are perfectly detailed with the pumpkins. That's why it's a wild pumpkin ride. Okay, so as we work our way down to the bottom, you're going to see a few more pumpkins that light up, and those are good size as well, by the way, and a couple signs, one that says 4 tickets, and another one that says squash your friends. It really, guys, it's dedicated to that carnival theme, and with the size, and there's like this fence that goes around, and a couple other things I want to touch on. I know I'm kind of all over the place here. There is 2 giant like lamp posts with 2 LEDs on each side. I'll try to get that up on the screen for you now. It really adds in just that little extra spice of lighting to kind of bring it in, but also keeping with the theme, because that's the kind of thing you would see on a ride like this. So they're really, really dedicated to the theme. And I'm going to show you a couple other shots here of how detailed this piece is everywhere you look, including the back, the sides. I mean, there's just every inch of this thing. There's something to see, and that's partly why it's so beloved. And to top it all off, there is this really cool soundtrack. It's not the longest, but of course it loops, but it's really cool. I really got a kick out of it, so I'll play that for you coming up here soon. I love this piece. We'll do a video on the repair at some point, but I couldn't wait to share it with you. And for $10, it was the deal of a century. So always keep an eye out at those flea markets, Goodwills, whatever you got in your area, because you never know what you're going to find. This was such a cool find. So thank you to our sponsor today, Weffy's Closet. Check her out at weffyscloset.com for all of your jewelry needs, both for men, women, couples, and everything in between, or on Instagram at Weffys_closet. And lastly, use code Mike10 at checkout for 10% off your entire order. Okay, guys, so that about wraps up this video today. Thank you for coming along on another journey with me. This was fun. I love this one. I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. And lastly, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.
Come on, smash into your friends on the Wild Pumpkins Ride. Yo ho, pumpkin ride for me.